Cue theme music. I guess it's already happening. Fade out key music or theme music.
Technically is happening. And fading fast.
Fading quickly. And we are here in the stew on Wind, Reel, and Print.
I guess you called it a stew. Okay, you shortened it now to just stew?
To stew,
We're in the stew.
Yeah, that's what the rappers call it.
Oh.
Like when we get the stew.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. In the stew, Wind, Reel, and Print.
After dark.
After dark, yes. It is getting a little dark outside.
My name is Kevin.
My name is Ryan.
And we are here to talk about WALL-E.
WALL-E. Okay. WALL-E.
WALL-E.
Your relationship with WALL-E. What's...
Yes, before I get into that, I just saw Cinefix. Cinefix, you know Cinefix?
I don't actually.
Oh, wow.
Is it an
love
Instagram
movies?
page or something? I have no idea. I guess I don't. But we all know I don't love movies. I think they're kind of...
For all you non-movie lovers out there, Cinefix is this great YouTube channel, and they do lists of different categories, like top 10 best of this thing. But what's so great is they do like categories of like different versions of that genre and the best representation of that genre. And they'll do honorable mentions of all these things. Anyways, this is an aside. WALL-E, they recently put out a romance genre list. WALL-E made the list.
Whoa.
So
Romances of all time?
Yeah.
Or romance? Wow.
Yeah. I forget what the category was, but I think it does hold a special place in society of being like a different sort of romance, specifically between robots.
Yeah.
Even though we have her and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
I think this is it holds a special place. I definitely saw it when I was young. I'm a Pixar baby, so grew up with a lot of that stuff, and I think it was there, but I don't know. I don't remember it being as like impactful for me as like Incredibles and Finding Nemo, just because I think it was later.
Yeah.
Having seen this and stuff. Yeah.
This was my favorite Pixar movie for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's solid.
Yeah.
And I could see that.
Yeah. It definitely like fit my
hitting all the
aesthetic
stuff.
and what I liked.
Yeah,
and it even like had the message at the time that I was like, oh yeah, like it was all these things. It was really a movie made for the moment in a lot of ways. And then I think Up ended up kind of like taking that, because I loved Up a lot.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, I know that one really hit on everything.
Immediately.
I will say this movie, I was tearing up almost at the point of tears multiple times. Okay. Because I don't know, there's something that it didn't even feel like it was the music tricking me, which happens in a lot of movies, right? Yeah. Like once the score comes in just right, it can somehow just tap directly into you. But this one, I was just like, there was something about it. Maybe it's just Wall-E's so precious and charming that you kind of feel it. And then even Eve is too.
Yeah. I mean, and this is basically a Charlie Chaplin movie. Like,
oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chaplin, Keaton.
Yeah.
One of them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess Chapman more to me because of this endearing kind of like lovable character. Yeah. That like Chaplin always plays. Not that I guess Buster Keaton doesn't, but
I could name a few, but I know what you mean. Like that was Chaplin's thing. Like he was the tramp, which is what that character is, right? Buster Keaton didn't really have I don't think he had a character like that. It was just like, oh, Buster Keaton movies.
Like he's just doing it for the tricks.
Yeah, because Sherlock Jr., that's Buster Keaton very much has that. It's like, oh, this kind of lovable guy. But the tramp transcends.
Yeah.
The tramp transcends.
Transcends.
We're transcending. But that's what we got to do on a Charlie Chaplin episode. We're going to transcend.
A transcendence.
Yeah, transcendence. I like that.
But there is a tramp essence to this WALL-E character.
Oh, totally. Like, I didn't make that connection, but he's totally.
You know, he's like dancing and doing little things.
Yeah.
And
he likes musicals.
Yeah. And he's just there along for the ride.
Yeah.
Just...
Yeah. He just is that lovable character that if you deleted him, and obviously the movie's based on that character.
Right.
And I am using he, him pronouns for WALL-E. I guess that is like what it feels that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to read the thing if they use the
pronouns. Oh yeah, causing him and Eve to be designated real robots. Yeah. In the wiki at least.
Oh, it uses he, him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, who decides that?
I mean,
I guess probably the creators did.
It has to be in the movie.
Yeah.
In a way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
What's he doing?
Eve is she, her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
It would have been a great way to teach some kids about they, them pronouns, I feel like.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little too early for that.
Could this movie be made today? That's a question that I feel like.
In what ways? Oh, with
the
robots?
Subject matter. I was going to say like the subject matter about like the planet and Earth and stuff like that. I feel like we're living in kind of a time where Disney is afraid to make things that kind of feel this way in some ways. Like, because I could see this kind of definitely offending like the Trump crowd.
Sure.
Because they'd be like, oh, yeah, climate change, global warming, all these things. Like, they're making fun of like great businesses like By and Large or Walmart, a Walmart or like Amazon. It feels like Amazon today is kind of By and Large. But it feels like a movie like we just kind of live in a different era.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, but I think the Disney story plays a lot into this because WALL-E obviously is in kind of the golden age of Pixar movies.
Right. The tail end, I would say.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like it would start to kind of fade away and the orders from up top would basically be, hey, as soon as kind of like stuff, maybe some mistakes happen, like Good Dinosaur, for example, or some other things where it's just like, all right, that didn't hit like we were hoping. The Disney grip gets tighter. Right. On what it expects from this studio.
Yeah, I guess so I think that's a great topic.
Yeah.
I think that is an interesting thing to bring up with this movie because I think when you look at Pixar, generally, you're thinking of a very inventive studio, like doing things that are different.
Yeah.
And I feel like WALL-E and Up are the last kind of bastions of that kind of ethos or whatever.
I think you might be able to put Inside Out in there too, a little bit. Sure. Because it does have some...
Like going there.
Yeah. That feels like the last for me.
Sure.
Like kind of the last one that could... hold in there, not that it even was like, oh, the greatest thing ever. Like it didn't make me, it didn't, I mean, when her imaginary friend dies and disappears, that did crush me.
Yeah.
Inside Out.
I fucking cried.
Yeah. But like Up is legendary. I mean, that's just like top dollar.
Right. I mean, I think with all these movies, you're taking big swings. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think what you're referencing with this Disney thing of like you're holding back on those swings after a while. You do Soul, you pull back a little bit. You do the next one, you pull back a little bit. And then so much of the Pixar kind of machine goes into Disney animation as well. Like when they start doing Encanto and they start doing like Frozen and like Moana, like I feel like you're taking away from what Pixar is doing because you're like...
I mean, they took the competition and then they were like,
it up.
Yeah, exactly. Because Frozen was so successful.
Right.
Zootopia was so successful.
Right.
Like they don't want to... It's like what Apple does with their products, right? Because we're talking about businesses in the end.
And what's the connection?
Yeah. There is actually an Apple Pixar connection, which is pretty crazy. Yeah. For folks that don't know, Steve Jobs was... integral right at the right at the beginning when he left Apple. That was kind of when that happened because he had started his NZXT company or whatever it was. I forget what it is. Next Computing.
And then he went into this.
Yeah. And then they've got a building there, the Steve Jobs theater or building or whatever. And so he's integrated deeply into that story. But anyways,
the mythology.
Apple like cannibalizes their own products in a way.
Right.
Like that's always something they talk about is like cannibalization.
Right.
And you have that when you're Disney and you own multiple animation studios.
Right.
So naturally you're going to kind of pick a side. And for a while, Disney animation, they had both because Disney Pixar started quite early in the Pixar story. I mean, I think it was like maybe
after the first one, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It was like they proved like we are successful and Disney was like,
Mine.
Good reference. Good reference. I like it. Mine.
A Pixar reference.
But so then you buy out the competition. It wasn't until Frozen that Disney finally got their hit.
Yeah.
And what it meant. And they still have a really hard time replicating that. Yeah. Like Zootopia's, like Wish didn't do it. Encanto, I think, was somewhat successful.
Yeah.
And then Raya, The Last Dragon, didn't really do it either. Yeah. And Moana was successful. Yeah. People did really like that.
Yeah.
And you don't really have that with kind of some of the modern Pixar movies. Is like
the magic
where they come out. But Disney is like hitting the princess button
every single time.
That's all they can do. I guess Zootopia is the only one that's kind of different.
Yeah.
And good on them for kind of doing something different. But for the most part, they're like, whoa. Princess, yes. Hey.
Chill.
Hey. Someone's got to throw Disney a bone here.
No.
We're beating on them too much, don't you think?
No, not enough.
We're going to take a break now to talk to our sponsor.
Disney.
Have you ever wondered what it'd be like if one studio owned everything?
Yeah, we're getting there.
We're not there yet, but we'll be there soon.
I mean, speaking to that of like, we recently talked about Netflix and Warner Brothers and how Netflix buying Warner Brothers was a strategic move to kill competition, basically. Like you're within this buying process.
That's not what they say.
You're destroying their company, basically.
No, that's not what they say.
And I feel like you see that with Disney and Pixar of like, we're going to basically sap you out of your goodness and until we're able to profit off of it and then destroy your company, basically.
Yeah.
I would say, I think there is an interesting, kind of trajectory of Pixar post Disney purchase, I don't know. I feel like it has a lot to do with why they aren't where they are now.
Yeah. I mean, you have the kind of the original group. I mean, here's another great, I think it goes towards what happens to a lot of studios, the Disney Renaissance, right? And then you think about like, why did that die out?
Right.
And it basically Tarzan's kind of the end of it.
Right.
And what's the consensus of why it died out, the Disney Renaissance? Was it just 3D animate, like Pixar 3D animation kind of swept in?
Like a part of it. Basically, like they started spending more money on like different animation technology.
Treasure Planet, Atlantis.
Using computer modeling and 3D stuff. And then that kind of tanked the budget and stuff. And they didn't make a lot of money on those projects. Yeah. And so they kind of scaled back 2D animation. And then Pixar became popular right in this moment when all of this is happening at the same time. And so they buy Pixar and they come out with like Dinosaur. I forget which one. Oh,
yeah. That's 2003, I think. Yeah.
Their first computer generated movie. And then they do Bolt. Like they do all these things. They try to like have this sort of thing work. And then they eventually do get rid of like 2D. So Pixar is a part of that.
Yeah.
This like kind of breaking down of the old Disney Renaissance model into what it is
and
now.
So, but what you said, which is a very materialist perspective, which I completely agree with, is like it was about the money. And it was about like, it wasn't as successful. And what happens when these companies, when it's not successful, they get scared.
Yep.
And they start dialing everything back and they get extremely conservative and they only want to do what works.
Right.
And once Pixar has some misses, which these things always will. This is just how it works. Because suddenly, they're pulling, all the levers are kind of being pulled away.
Right.
And in order to, it gets harder to take a risk.
Yeah.
And why was Pixar successful in the first place? My argument is that they're taking risks.
Yeah. They're doing things that no one else are doing.
Yes.
And thinking of things that like no one else is thinking of.
Yes.
And I think whenever one movie that doesn't make money, Brave, then you become more safe in like your choices, I feel like, over time, because you lose the innovativeness, like you lose the people who are innovators in that company for different reasons.
Yeah.
And then unnamed person.
Yes, exactly.
And then you like
he who must not be named.
Yeah. And then you have to like, make up for that or like try to compensate for
Yeah.
that in some ways. And I think that's what they're trying to do with like Pete Docter and all these people.
Yeah. I think Disney they put the stranglehold on everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
I mean, you could feel it with Marvel too. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
they're
like a
losing
classic. Yes.
yeah.
They are desperate. And so they hit the nostalgia button. Like that's all they know that works.
Yeah.
It doesn't make good films. It just gets people sitting, getting in the seats, which is all they care about in the end. Right.
Well, Feige did say like, I'm done.
Yeah, no, he's about to leave. And honestly, good.
Which says a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, it is good. I think you need refreshment.
Yeah.
And stuff.
And like, I hope for that for Star Wars too, because
Right.
that's gotten the same stranglehold
Right.
of these things. And Kathleen Kennedy is leaving, but I think in her wake are folks that also don't have the sauce.
Right. That aren't capable.
Yeah. Which is why I think Star Wars just has to die.
Yeah. I mean, whenever it did get sold, I remember people being like, no one wants this. No one asked.
Yeah, exactly. No one asked for this.
Like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like that's kind of what you get with Disney is like this weird machine thing.
Yeah.
And I guess that's like kind of our introduction with this movie of like being able to talk about Disney as a thing.
Yeah.
Within this industry.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It towers over everything, especially animation and this genre
Right.
of film.
Right. I mean, we're talking about it, so I'm going to talk about it. My kind of gripe with this movie is it becomes very meta. It's a meta conversation. It's like, I love the message. I love what this movie is saying, but for it to come from a studio like Disney, I think it just doesn't hit for me.
Yeah.
Because of all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I call it the Disney hypocrisy of like they're trying to push this message or this thing, but it doesn't align with what the company kind of stands for in a lot of ways.
Yes.
And I feel like it's a WALL-E.
WALL-E. I like how you said that.
In this way is a precursor to like 2010s Disney where they're like so hell-bent on representation and like creating these like cultural movies, but it's like misplaced and not right.
And they're so ready to give up on them.
Yeah.
At like the first sight of any
Like not
sort of
making
like,
money.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the woke era, which I think Woke 2 is coming back. I think the sequel to Woke.
Woke 2.
I think Woke 2 is coming. So stay tuned.
Keep your belt.
I think we're going to realize Woke was
buckled.
pretty cool,
Yeah.
actually. Business Woke, not so much, but
not
or
business
corporate woke. And that's what Disney
broke.
is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what was it? Go woke, go broke is what they would say.
Yeah, just like I feel like it's a weird thing that like I want to like it, but it just doesn't. It feels dirty to like it. Because I think interesting on to piggy off that.
A piggy is what it sounds like you said.
To pick a piggy.
Pick a piggy off that.
Because we've seen another Pixar movie
For the pod?
For the pod, A Bug's Life.
Oh my God, you're right. Yes, yes.
And I think that's such a
that could not be made today.
Exactly. I feel like that's such an interesting comparison to this movie of like the messaging and stuff like that. And like, I don't know, to me, A Bug's Life just hits harder in that way of like with the messaging and stuff like that. And yeah, like you wouldn't see these movies getting made. Or I don't know. I feel like WALL-E's an interesting add-on in that conversation.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of anti-corporate
Yeah.
things in a lot of these.
Right.
Or like, anti-establishment.
Right.
You've got Bug's Life, you've got WALL-E. I'm looking at
Robots.
Monsters, Inc.
Oh,
even.
sure.
That's got that too. You could even argue The Incredibles.
Right.
And what like these sorts of things
Specifically
do.
Incredibles too.
Yeah.
Toy Story in a way in the second one-ish.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's very clear. Like that's like toys as
like memorabilia.
Yeah, as memorabilia or even like as capital, you might say.
True.
And like
Trade.
what that does.
Yeah.
As
The
like
material.
a piece of value.
Yeah.
And not actually a toy.
Right. Whoa.
And that's what works.
Yeah. Like having a thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Like a thing like that.
Right. I mean, Up.
You could argue Up too.
Yeah.
Like especially
property.
With, property. Yeah. Because that's what they're trying to do is they're trying to take that away.
Yeah. Owning your own thing.
This also proves like you look at anything with a lens.
Yeah.
And you can't pull anything out of it.
That's critical studies.
Yeah, I know. We love it. I've got my lenses on. I know what I'm looking for. Yeah, exactly. That's funny.
True.
So
it's true.
In a long line of maybe a lot of what makes Pixar successful is kind of that underlying like anti-establishment mentality.
Well, I think that points to what we had said in the original episode of like the hero's journey is like almost inherently Marxist.
Yes.
Like it's pitting the individual against like the establishment.
Yeah.
And you have to overcome like the systems placed in front of you.
Yeah.
So yeah. In a way, like you could say all kids' movies play into this thing, you know?
Yeah.
A very simplistic,
it's very true. Yeah, no, that is very true. Yeah. And then you combine that with like amazing music and all of these things, and all of a sudden you're crying.
Yeah.
And that's the Pixar promise.
Right.
Or at least it was.
I mean, this movie, it's so funny we said the transcendence. I have transcendence written in my notes here.
Oh, nice.
Like movies as transcendence. Like the way this movie is using movies,
Yeah.
Like
that's
as
it
memory
is pretty cool.
of romance and stuff. And he's learning romance through movies, and the movie is romance.
And tape, me, like I'm thinking of like After Sun, but like tape and recordings and stuff are such like a tender part for me, and what that kind of means is like memory and things like that.
And to have the material representation of memory. Yeah. Like him going through this garbage, like the memory of humanity.
Yeah.
And like picking out the things that are important and stuff. Yeah.
And there's a lot of great jokes about how what he sees as important is not like important. Others, he throws out the ring. It's great. Things like that are great.
It's so funny. Yeah.
It's fun.
Playing on like what we think is important.
Yes.
And stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good one. I definitely laughed. I chuckled.
I chuckled a lot.
I had a chuckle.
It had some really funny moments.
Really, really funny.
Yeah.
I was like, yep, it's doing it.
The cockroach was really cute and funny too. I like that. Yeah. And then they get to the spaceship, and there's some fun stuff with the robots too. Yeah. You get all these crazy robots doing crazy things.
The like revolt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. You get the kind of the robots. Right. Like from the movie Robots. Revolt sort of situation.
Right. Yeah. No, I love the metaphor of like love overcoming programming.
Yes.
Like you can break outside of what your purpose is.
Yeah.
And like achieve this thing or whatever.
And it was a great story thing too, to have her like get the plant and then like close off and just kind of basically become like a pod for a while. Like there was something so great about that as like a storytelling device.
Right.
I really like, because then he's just kind of like left with her and waiting and like living out this life that he wants.
Yeah.
Which is great. She ends up seeing it on the tape, and that makes her like fall more in love with him and all of that.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's so great. And then it just becomes like this whole thing. And
how do you feel about the when he gets his hard drive replaced?
Oh, that whole like he goes back.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was great.
It was so good. I'm thinking about it now. Reminds me of Sancho the bailiff.
Yeah.
The ending when he goes to see his mom.
Yeah.
And it's
like everything's,
it's like right there, but so far away.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah, they let you live on it just long enough in WALL-E.
Yeah.
I mean, Sancho the bailiff is like, it is what it is. Deal with it.
They don't give you that satisfaction.
That movie's so fucking sad.
One of Ari Aster's favorites.
Really?
Yeah. He's like, I love that movie.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. Says a lot. Yeah, it is. That scene was great because it's just I think this happens in a lot of Pixar movies.
Yeah,
and a lot of like kids movies. Yeah, the heartbreak and like, or someone dies.
Yeah,
and then they just like will come back to life, but you sit with them for dead for maybe a couple minutes or so.
For longer than it's comfortable.
Exactly. Like they pull it just long enough and then you get the happy ending.
Yeah.
So they kind of get to have their cake and eat it too sort of situation.
Playing up the emotion.
Yeah. Some people might call that a trick. I call that filmmaking.
Filmmaking is a trick though.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
You're because I think like, especially when it comes to like animation stuff, there is like, you might call them like calculations that go into it because with animation, you can like make the movie via storyboard before you even do it. So you're watching it back and back, trying to figure out the beats the way everything goes because it costs so much to get these things rendered.
Right. Wow.
And so isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's like basically the determining factor of like all of this timeline stuff.
Computer.
Is like, we got to send it to computer and hit the button. And it just takes a lot of money and time.
Yeah.
But I forgot where I was going to go with that. But I was talking about the process. I was talking about animation. When thinking about filmmaking as like an equation or whatever like that. Like I mean, there's so much about like
formula.
You're watching it, you're honing it in, and so it naturally you're going to. Yeah, because also, Pixar sticks generally with like 3-act structure. Yeah. They really are married to
perfect storytelling.
Exactly. Yeah. The save the cat method,
I think they preach that, right? Or something,
I wouldn't be surprised. Because I mean, you could break down all of their films with that.
Into perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they don't shy away. It'd be kind of cool if they did.
Yeah. I mean, you have your bread and butter now. Like, it'd be cool to mix up the sauce a little bit, especially now.
Sounds like something Disney would love to do.
I mean, okay, so but how do you be? How do you be experimental out? When you are so formulaic,
like universally experimental, kind of like.
I mean, as a Pixar, like with all these people, it's like an ensemble of creators and stuff. Yeah. Like, how do you spearhead being experimental and being creative and stuff? Like, it must be really hard to break out of like the routine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you have to, how the ideas come about. Like someone decides like, hey, this is going to be the direction we want. Disney, you like this?
Right. Does that work?
And then they can punt it. And obviously, I mean, Disney's getting a new CEO, so maybe they'll have a different idea. But obviously, Bob Iger is garbanzo beans. Yeah. And I like garbanzo beans.
Bobby gone.
Bring in the next Bob.
Yeah. And then he'll come back again.
I know. Like he'll be like, you know what? Fuck it.
Frozen 3.
Yeah. Oh, they're already doing that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, of course, that's easy. That's easy. What's a crazier sequel that they could do? Ooh.
Brave 2.
Yeah. What would you call like a second Bug's Life? I guess they would just go with 2, but I'm thinking like they could never. A Bug's Wife.
A Bug's Wife. It's like Frankenstein.
Yeah, exactly. A Bug's Wife. It also just sounds like you're saying it kind of cutesy. A Bug's Wife.
A Bug's Wife.
A Bug's Wife.
I mean, it's like Wes Anderson, of like how much different can you really make? Like how experimental can you really get when you've kind of broken the box?
So who is up next? Like if Pixar was what they are and maybe they're have to keep churning things out until like Disney falls apart. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
They just have to keep alive. They're treading water, sort of like thinking about it like that.
Sure, yeah.
Who comes in is almost like, well, you have Flow, for example.
Right.
Like that's a movie that came out. I mean, talk about Flow to WALL-E. It's comparable in like what they're trying to do.
Silent
very
movie.
Little, very little dialogue and talking, which allows for them to like have a lot more. To do more and to tell a story in a unique way that only animation can tell it. And so there's something interesting. So that's like a style, but it feels like, I think now that animation can get more stylized, everyone was so obsessed with it having to look a certain way.
Right.
That
because of Pixar.
Yes. Yeah. It was because of quality. Like Pixar and then DreamWorks kind of like this
copying
battle.
It,
And then Illumination coming in. Like there's this kind of like look that they've all kind of like landed on, break away from that. And maybe you can, because especially with like Flow, they were able to make it cheaper because it was like not
high quality.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Though it looks fine. Like we're fine with stylized.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But
Spider-Verse, I think, is important to bring up here too.
Well, Spider-Verse is like the other side, which is like, yes, it is very stylized, but it is unbelievably expensive and hard to do that style. Yeah. Like that's harder to do.
It takes them 7 years to make a movie.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like hell on earth from what I've heard. And so it's a nightmare.
Yeah. And it's not sustainable.
Yeah, that only a big studio could do that.
Yeah.
And Sony is kind of the only one that's like, let's throw
everything.
Yeah, let's kind of
I mean, they don't have anything else.
Yeah. 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 They did K-pop Demon Hunters.
True.
And then TMNT. They're also doing that too, which also uses a new style.
Same shit,
the same kind of style. So they're experimenting in that.
Right.
And they're kind of like taking this new mantle of like new animation style.
Okay, yeah.
But that's the mode of production.
Yeah.
And Sony's gonna Sony.
Right. Like,
what are you gonna get?
You can't really say that a studio is like a new player or whatever.
No.
Yeah.
But a new player in animation that's kind of tough to become that.
Needed.
Yeah. But I think you just need, these are how markets work, but you need some more competition if we're going to have like a market-based movie industry.
Right. Well, I think it's hard because it is so expensive.
Yeah.
And I think
it's cost prohibitive.
Yeah. Because when you look at, what's the one, the Nike one? The one that Nike just like shells out money to.
I have no idea.
Fuck. What the one they did Coraline.
You're talking about, oh my God, Leica. Well, I didn't know Nike shelled out money to them.
Yeah, they just like give them money. They don't make a profit.
Yeah, because I was going to say Leica does not make a profit.
Yeah. And the only reason they're able to make movies is because of Nike.
Wow.
And so like...
And Leica could be... But they feel like they're kind of stuck in a rut with what they're making too. Like it doesn't feel like it's...
Because how do you advance...
forward story. But they could.
Yeah. I mean, you look at Coraline, it was like... It felt so inventive and everything. But yeah, it's just like, it feels like a zero-sum game of like, how much further can you push this thing beyond the physical medium, Like eventually it becomes more expensive than what you can get out of it.
Yeah.
If there's no like market value, like if people aren't going to go watch these movies, like it makes it really hard to justify paying that price, I feel like.
Yeah. And obviously, people are going to start using AI.
Yeah.
To make the animation
things. For sure.
It's an easy direction to go. People are already doing it
to streamline this sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And how to like integrate it into the process. And the big players are definitely going to try to use it to cheapen costs.
Disney is already buying Sora and like incorporating it into the streaming service. Stuff.
Disney Plus is going to have vertical AI videos in the thing. That's crazy. Oh, no. No. Kevin did something for the audio listeners.
We cut that off.
Yes.
My sister and I, we were watching some Disney. We're going through Disney, and they had like a Perry the Platypus thing, and so we started watching it.
That's Phineas and Ferb, right?
Yeah. It was 2 minutes long. It was an episodic series of like 10 episodes.
As 2 minute,
they were 2 minutes long.
Wow, man, they really are trying to invent.
What are we doing?
Yeah,
what are we doing?
I just love that Quibi won. I think we talked about this in a previous episode, but Quibi was right, but too early.
Yeah, unfortunately,
it's kind of crazy how they're just accepting all this as fact now.
Yeah,
like vertical videos that are short, and that. I just don't think you can string along something really impactful, especially like, are you going to feel deep emotion in that format?
Yeah. I argue.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I mean, I certainly have watched like videos on my phone and cried.
Right.
It kind of has to be real life, and it has to be like a lot of times awful or something like that. Can you do it with like... With the world happening around you, could you make someone cry just from like a beautiful scene on your phone that lasts 2 minutes?
Right. I mean,
it's cinematic. I don't know.
Because I feel like a lot of my emotions that occur on that stuff is like purely random. Like it's not
so bad for our brains.
It's not like an intentional, like this thing was made to make me cry. I mean, maybe there is an element of that, but I don't know. I just feel like it's not like in the way movies are made, like, you know,
to make you feel deep emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like in the theater, you know, it's like everything about this thing and the format and how you digest it, it's like meant to be in this way. You know? I just feel like you can't really transpose a lot of those things into a format. You know, you can do it and, you know.
Oh, they're going to try.
I mean, you don't know how many people say like, let's make a vertical. Let's make a vertical.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing.
It's
That's
like
the
a
thing
new
right
short.
now. Yeah.
It's like new making a short.
And obviously the film industry is going to find new ways to make money for themselves. Like there's an industry and tons of people ready for work.
Yeah.
And so they'll make work, right? Yeah. And so verticals are going to be the thing. Right. Everyone's going to start saying yes to them. And then it becomes like this brand new competitive space until it can't last. It's like crazy. It'll be, I you know, who knows where these things are going to go. Is vertical the way it goes forever? I don't know.
Yeah.
I know plenty of like companies are going to try to just like, they want to get rid of screens in general and like have like AI assistants and things and just have like, get rid of the interface.
What?
Yeah. That's ChatGPT, they are, they're doing like, they have Johnny Ive, who was the Apple designer, and they're designing some sort of physical hardware for ChatGPT. And the idea, there's so many things. There's like the humane pin. There's all of these, like they're trying to figure out ways so that you don't have to have a screen. So like, I think there's a world where you don't
look at anything.
You don't look at anything.
It's just like Starlink.
Or, Neuralink.
Neuralink, yeah.
Oh, I hope to God. I mean, I'm never getting that. But I think like
well, you're going to be outcasted.
Yeah, exactly, yes. But like an AirPod in, and it's just all through audio almost. Yeah. I don't know. Or glasses.
Right.
I think the glasses thing is probably like the number one, like easiest place to go if they could actually perfect it. And then what are you watching on that? Like now you're in a totally different sort of art form.
Right.
Or
the VR
whatever.
Space.
Yeah. And I think it wouldn't even be VR, it'd be AR, augmented reality.
I don't know the difference.
Yeah. Well, I think virtual reality is the whole space is something new. Augmented is like, hey, I'm looking at you. It's adding to the world
Pokemon
around
Go.
you. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Look at that.
I know things.
So Kevin said they did not know the difference. And and this is proof. If you just sit down with your friends and just
hash it out a little bit
and don't give up on them. Don't give up. I didn't give up. We got there.
It's called learning, folks.
Learning. We're all here for it. WALL-E.
Technology.
Yeah.
And consumerism. It's all there, folks.
And the world's going to die.
We're ending soon.
Yeah. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah. Fuck. Disney.
Those are two separate sentences. We actually love Disney.
Fuck. Period. Disney. Dot.
Are you ready to?
Yes, I know. I'm tired.
Hey.
My head hurts.
Oh no. See, this is what you're doing, listeners. You're hurting Kevin. Let them go free. They've been trapped in the podcast realm. At least today for a while. Well, folks, we'll call it there. We'll see you next time. That's a wrap. Bye. Wind, Reel, and Print is a podcast by Salad Brain Productions.
You can find us on Instagram at Wind, Reel, and Print Pod.
You can also find us wherever you get your podcasts.
And please, if you like the show, leave a rating and review.
We'll see you next time.